The dance of cross-cultural communication. So people have asked me, fine, I understand high context, low context. I understand there are 4 or 5 ways to communicate around the world, including paying attention to your body language, your eye contact, your facial expressions, the tone, etc. But then how do I merge? How do I merge by meeting with somebody from a different culture? How do I work with them? On the spot, without preparation. I have 3 tips for you. Tip number 1, manage and understand your speaking order. Every communication has a speaking order. What do I mean by that? It means that observe who is speaking first. In hierarchical cultures like India, elders speak first, or someone with more power always speaks first. In more informal cultures like America, even here, typically, the person who called for the meeting will speak first. So a person who's leading the meeting will speak first. Look at the speaking order and do not speak out of speaking order. Observe, watch. And if you happen to have make a mistake, you can say, I'm sorry, of course, or you speak less. So introduce yourself, say a word. If everybody's nodding and looking at you and they look smiling, they're fine, then it may be okay to continue speaking. But if you notice some tension and read their body language, that means that was not your space to speak. Which is very well connected to my second point, understanding hierarchy. Every communication around the world has some hierarchy in it. Power. And my friends, power, as you should know, is both actual, which means somebody has the power to fire you, hire you, secure you some business, but also perceived. They actually don't have power over you, but you feel like they have power. Why do you feel like? Because you have given them the power in your mind, or they have taken the power through their confidence, through their manipulative tactics, through a way of negotiating with you. So either actual or perceived, power plays a role. And I want you to think about understanding that power and how that power influences cross-cultural communication. So if it is actual power, somebody, let's say, is the president of a university and you're traveling. I recently did to a university in Kazakhstan. This gentleman is the rector of the university. So it's almost higher than a president. Let's just use that word, but use the word president to simplicity. So I'm meeting the rector. He invites me to his office. It's on the 6th floor of a building. The assistant opens the door for me and she's saying the rector is waiting for me. And I get into the office. He speaks for 15 minutes without a break in front of 6 members of his team. And I'm sitting there. What am I doing? I'm giving him the power. It's not my space to intervene, to introduce myself. Nope. It is his office. He invited me. His team is waiting for me. He has an agenda. He may have a goal. I have to help him save his face. What do? All I can do is sit quietly, smile, nod, and give him that space. That's what I mean by understanding hierarchy. However, now you may start thinking, I can do this everywhere. And I'll say, no, you're wrong then. You have to also set the tone with control. This is very critical, my point number 3. What do I mean by setting the control? In every communication, you also have to speak up anywhere in the world. You must be heard. Now, that doesn't mean you speak first. That doesn't mean you become disrespectful. That doesn't mean you have to speak a lot. Speaking first, being disrespectful, speaking a lot. You can speak at the last minute. You can speak few words and you can remain respectful, but still your voice is out. You are heard. Why do I say that? Look at the word I wrote down here, my friends. Control. You have to control. Controlling any dynamic is important. Why are you there? You are there in a negotiation for a reason. To be heard. To present your interest, to present your case. And unless you present this in a respectful manner, you are not at the table. You could be ignored. You could be seen as someone unprepared or not confident. So do it respectfully, do it in the end, do it after following the hierarchy, and do it after following the speaking order, but you must do it. That's the way to gain respect. That's the way to gain self-dignity in front of others, in front of your own eyes. Thank you.